Just got done throwing a little mice in for this little yellow belly. You can't really see it from here, but she's a really, really small girl. And I'm assuming it's a female. I don't know that for a fact. But as you guys can see right there, she is kind of on the smaller side, giving me some problems with feeding. She's 8. This is the second meal that she's had since she's been in my care. But when I say problems, I guess it's kind of an exaggerated term. But uh, none of my snakes ever give me any problems when it comes to feeding. And with her, it took me a good 4 or 5 days to finally get her eating. So I know you look at that snake and think that's just a regular little baby yellow belly. Well, this dude right here, this little lesser, is the exact was born on the same day as her. And as you guys can see the difference, he's just a better, more healthier looking ball python. He's just simply doing better. He ate a mouse yesterday, but roughly the same size rodent yesterday. But since he's such a good feeder, um, I figured I'd try to give him a second one. Something that I'm not going to do with that yellow belly because I could barely get her to eat one. And she's kind of dragging it towards the back there where she feels safer. But, so yeah, we got a really, really pretty lesser right here. I don't know if the yellow contrast will get to be more as he grows up, or if he'll just kind of keep that whitish, brownish, non-yellowish type of contrast. So I got some pretty big plans with these two little guys right here. I really hope that this here turns out to be a female, this yellow belly. I could breed her to the banana spark. And if that banana spark proves out to be a spark, it was sold to me as a banana spark. I got a really good relationship with the guy that sold him to me, Red River Reptiles. He's a good dude out of, I believe, San Antonio, Texas. So I'd love to make some pumas. Hopefully, just score one puma. If I get more, that'd be awesome. Keep the prettier puma that I get. That's if I get them, and then I'd just build on the puma. Maybe throw some gravel in there. Um, start working with the more highway looking stuff. And with this lesser, there's plenty of things I can do with him. I have a female Mojave I can breed him to. Produce some bells. I'm not too big into the all white snakes, but um, I know a lot of people that really do like them. Wouldn't mind buying one, and my younger brothers included. Well, one of my younger brothers, and yeah, I wouldn't mind having a blue eye leucistic in the collection. Why not? It's just not something that I really want to work with. I've heard, maybe you guys have heard me talk about producing a super fire, and you might think, well, a super fire is basically an all white snake. Yeah, but kind of not. It's got that yellow banding across the dorsal. To me, the thicker that banding, the better. It just makes the snake look less all white, even though the head is all white for the most part. It's just, to me, it just looks really gnarly when they got that fat yellow striping or yellow spotting along the dorsal. They're just pretty cool looking snakes. And yeah, so this yellow belly right here, like I said, I can do what you can do is, if you guys are into the ball python scene, you guys know that there's very little stuff that you can do with yellow belly as far as breeding that won't just make the snake's appearance look all around better. So there's really, my options are pretty fat as far as pairing this little yellow belly up. And this is just a straight up yellow belly. It's not het for anything, just yellow belly. Um, I got roughly the same amount of females as I do males. So if this animal does turn out to be a male, it's not like my options are no longer there. I can still, throw them in with the leopard here, female. Get some leopard yellow bellies. Those are cool, and then just build off that. Um, you know, If it turns out to be a male, I got the piebald up there. And you guys already know what piebald and what yellow belly does with piebald. Makes some really awesome looking stuff. I love what yellow belly just does with piebald. I love yellow belly piebalds. They look awesome. So yeah, I don't want to sit here and bore you guys talking genetics and whatnot, but the main goal of the video was just to, you know, show you guys that this little girl, this little yellow belly, is starting to get onto the train, starting to eat well. I Yesterday had been exactly 7 days since she had eaten, so I tried to feed her yesterday, and she didn't go for it. I check up on her to make sure everything was all right in there, and I probably left the rodent in there for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and no, she just had that defensive posture, but really wasn't in that feeding mode. You guys saw him as soon as the rodent went in there. He just kind of went into that feeding mode to where eventually, if the rodent didn't come to him, he was gonna go to her. And if you guys know your snakes, you guys will know when your snake is in feeding mode and when it's just in leave me alone. Just I'm not hungry mode. I'm not gonna go for that. It's just not today. Try again tomorrow. So this little girl right here, as you guys can see, she just kind of locked onto my phone, onto the camera. When I first got this little girl, damn, was she defensive, very, very defensive. And this was a gift snake, and when I got this snake, I didn't, the person that gave it to me didn't mention whatsoever. Wow, that very snappy little girl, she didn't mention anything at all. It was a gift. And so that got me to thinking this snake developed this defensive behavior since it's been in my care. Now, and I'll go into that. I think that the reason that happened was they had her in a very small, one of those little tiny uh, Exoterra enclosures. Those little tiny square ones that you can keep a tarantula or or baby scorpion in, or I don't know too much about scorpions and spiders and all that stuff, but I imagine you could easily keep one in there, and that was the size of her enclosure. And of course, being ball pythons, they're gonna spend most of their time inside of their hides. So what happened was when I got her here, she all of a sudden, her home is this decently sized, pretty big tub. Of course, I think that the more logical um, explanation for the defensive behavior and possibly even going off of food, not wanting to eat right, was just the changing of the environment. All of a sudden she's born into this tiny little tank, and then all of a sudden she's thrown into this pretty damn big tub. I don't know the quart size of these tubs, but they're not small. They got some size on them. So I'm imagining that that's what it was. So anyway, but the point is she's doing great now. She's actually starting to eat. I'd wish she had eaten yesterday. That just didn't happen. But the good thing is that she's eating. So let me see. What do we got right here? I got a little fire vanilla, and this is a boy. And he can get grumpy sometimes, but overall he's a very well attitude snake. And he's a really cool snake, honestly. I didn't really see much potential with this guy when I first got him. Kind of thought, what the hell am I gonna do with him, And now that I know exactly what he is, the makeup of the gene, it's a no-brainer. This is my fire right there. When I got him, this actually was a gift snake as well. And when I got him, I thought vanilla cream was just the genetic makeup of it. It was a vanilla cream. And for those of you guys, like I said, that have bought ball pythons off Morph Market, if you go to Morph Market and just go to the gene pool, to browse for snakes, just in the ball python browse area for snakes, it is huge. There's a shit ton of genes out there. So I easily thought vanilla, this is a vanilla cream. I just figured it was a vanilla ball python, and I figured, you know, it may be a vanilla lesser, so they call them vanilla creams. No, what a vanilla cream is a fire and vanilla. That will make a vanilla cream, fire and vanilla. So this guy is definitely going to be um, in the is going to be working hard to get me the super fire. So I would plan. I'd more than likely just breed him to a simple fire to get the super fires. That way, you're breeding fire to fire with just vanilla in the mix, and hopefully that can add to the contrast of the super fires. To that yellow band they have across the dorsal. If it threw some spotting into that, I'd be down for that. Just make a super fire look even more unique, as opposed to just having straight up super fires. Or if I just get us one simple, normal looking super fire, that'd be dope too. I'd be happy either way. Right here, I got a little clown, and he's a pretty big boy. He's an awesome snake too. Right here, he ate yesterday, and this is Billy, my male clown. Got him from what do they call it out there? Also in Texas, I believe it's Serpentine One or some shit like that. I'll have to see if I can find the card after this, guys. But they do great work with clowns. They got really good clown stuff. Actually, one of my subscribers, he got his clown stuff from them too. New Mexico Royals. Shout out to him. Right here, I got an Enchi 100% het pied. This is a boy. Also ate yesterday, doing very, very well. So since he just ate yesterday, I ain't trying to bug him. And he's a little guy, as you guys can see. He's still a little guy, so I'll leave him alone. Let him be. I'd love to show you guys his belly, show you guys the tracks and all that. But if you guys follow my channel, you know for sure that this is a 100% heifer pied. Right here, I got a little female, beautiful female leopard. In the same way, the Enchi, that what I just showed you guys. Well, showed you guys basically the enclosure. Had his little nose sticking out of that rock. Same thing with her. They really like spending time in those I think they're leopard gecko rocks. I think they're for leopard geckos, but yeah, she's a really, really pretty leopard ball python female. Show you guys the Enchi. See if he'll poke his head out a little bit. He's coming. It's cool how Enchi just have, they got those really, really strong eye bands or head bands, whatever they call them. Can't really see it from here, but if you compare it to any other ball python, for the most part, I'm sure there's some other morph out there that also has that characteristic of having those really pronounced, thick headbands, especially once they get towards the head. Yeah, you see how thick that gets on his head, the headband. And then if you look on any other ball python, for the most part, it's just not as pronounced. It's not as pronounced on them at all. So there's another boy that just ate. This is the Banana Spark. And he's a really, really cool snake. The spark in them, you can tell it's spark too if you guys look at the pattern in them. It is, yeah, I believe it's a Banana Spark. Kind of washed away some of the spots on them. This is a male maker, by the way, and yeah, just really intensified those oranges on them. The lavender on them isn't too strong, but yeah, he's a good guy right there. And that's my boy Romeo. So yeah, this video is getting kind of long. I really wanted to keep it under 15 minutes, so I plan on doing that. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you guys who follow me, that my yellow belly has been eaten. And goddamn, it's a workout to get these motherfuckers closed. But yeah, she's been doing good. She's eaten since she got here. And down here, I got a Mojave female also. She's a big girl. She's the biggest ball python I have at the moment. Her and another female passed out. But yeah, the yellow belly 8. She's doing good. And yeah, I'm glad to have her here. Glad to see her feeding. And yeah, the homie Lalo, Lesser. I'm sure he made easy work of that meal as well. Yeah, he's a good feeder. Very good feeder. And he's a beautiful Lesser as well. Very pretty Lesser. I wish he had a little bit more of a yellow contrast, but he looks pretty cool just like that too, you know, without so much yellow contrast. And honestly, I've never had a Lesser in the past, so I don't know if he'll develop that yellow contrast as time goes by. But I wouldn't mind him growing up just the way he looks right there. Very pretty animal. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. That's what I'll show you guys. I hope you guys have the time to subscribe to my channel. I'll definitely be making more videos in the future. Hopefully throwing some Spanish in there for any of you Spanish speakers. Para la gente que habla en español, pues ojalá pronto también pueda seguir haciendo pues más videos en español. Y sí, felices fiestas a todos. Y tómense el tiempo para suscribirse a mi canal si quieren ver videos de estos animales, pitones bola, en español en el futuro. Pues ahí para que estén pendientes. So yeah guys, I'll let you guys go on that note. And yeah, I hope you guys keep having an awesome new year. I know mine's been alright. Could be better, but yeah. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.